Wow. Today it is Ride
with Rosie.
Wow.
Charity Ride with Rosie. So.
It will so. It's been a while. We've been trying to work this out.
Yeah.
But we just thought that this is the best time to have this talk. Yeah. All right, viewers, we are once again welcome to the Ryde channel, and we are bringing you people and rides. And today we have a special guest. The lady you see here is the real deal. Is a real deal. I mean, I've been riding with her for a long time. We've gone on so many rides. Actually, that particular ride with Geminat,
yes,
she was on that ride.
Yeah.
And we've ridden several times to Cape Coast, to Elmina,
that was
on
Rikers
Charity,
Ride.
Yes, on Rikers Ride, on so many other rides,
yeah,
with Mandy and all the others.
Yeah.
And today, you are welcome to People and Rides.
Thank you so much, Eddie.
Rosie, tell us a bit about yourself.
Oh, basically Rosina, but in all circles I'm known as SalsaRozie's, because I used to do a lot of salsa.
Great.
Well, I think I still do.
Yeah.
And well, I work in a bank.
Good.
And then aside that, I also plan events.
Okay.
And then basically that's it, and I ride a bike.
Okay.
I love
so
to
before
ride
we
bikes.
go to talking about bikes,
okay,
we know you're a banker.
Yes.
Okay. With a certain bank.
Yes.
But you have another business that is planning events.
Yes.
Just tell us just a little bit about your events planning business. So it's not all just playing. As we are playing and having fun, business is also very, very important. So at the moment, just tell us about your events plan.
So the event planning is Rosie Planner. So what we do is that we plan events for people. You know, most of the time when you're involved in events planning, you tend to lose sight of some very, very, very little detail that actually make the event stick.
Great.
So what Rosie Planner does is to take your event from A to Z, so that you don't really have to stress much. All you need to do is to show up yourself and then enjoy and be part of the event.
Wow.
So if it's a wedding, we start from beginning to end.
Great.
And then you know that you'd have a fulfilling event. Little or no blips, or let's say no blips at all. So the agenda is that we take off the stress, we take off the planning, and we have access to vendors. So which means that we actually get you very good deals, as opposed to you going to look for the vendors yourself.
I've known you for a while. I know you know how to party.
Yes. Yeah.
And you also know what is going on in town.
Definitely.
So
definitely.
I mean, if you are in charge of an event, I know the event is going to be lit. You know, I'm just looking forward to that time that we are going to be celebrating some anniversary, and I invite you to come and just do the do.
Definitely. I look forward to it.
All right. Yes. So let's talk about bikes.
Okay.
About bikes. You've already told us about yourself. How many years have you been riding?
May 2013.
May of 2013.
Yes. So that should okay. Well, that's when I started. But I started actively riding. Let's say July of 2013.
So that's 7 years.
That was my first ride.
Yeah. So a little over 7 years.
A little over 7 years.
Wow.
Yes. Yes.
So I mean, for the lady riders, you are one of the veterans.
Exactly.
Great. And you're also a member of I can see you have Biker Girls sticker
definitely
on your bike.
Yes. The only girls club in
the
Ghana.
only girls motorcycling club in Ghana.
In Ghana, yes.
What led you into riding motorcycles?
I've actually always wanted to ride motorcycles since I was a kid. You would find me sitting behind somebody's Okada, and then my daddy would whip me and tell me that it was unsafe and XYZ. So everybody knew that I always wanted. Anybody who really knows me knows that I've always been fascinated about motorbikes.
Okay.
So as soon as I felt that I had the moolah to be able to afford one, I quickly, spoke to a few people. I need to do this, and then it led me to robust engineering.
Oh, okay.
And then I was introduced there to see one Harry Ashrifi, who is now my brother-in-law, who passed me off to his brother, Daniel Ashrifi, who is now my husband.
Great. One chilling led to another chilling.
Oh yeah, he was supposed to teach me how to ride. I think you need to ask him how I'm here today, with 2 kids with him. So that's a story for another day. So wonderful. That's how it all happened.
Great. Good.
Yeah.
So I mean, I know you've had several bikes.
Yeah.
Tell us about your biking journey. Yes, the bikes you've had previously.
I started with a Honda CBR 250, and wow, that bike. I have a lot of memories on that bike because that's what I started with. and we went so many places.
So many places. A lot of people say, oh, smaller capacity bikes can't go on trips and stuff. But I mean, we've done it all, and you were always on that bike.
I was always on.
We were riding the big bikes, but you were on that bike, and you always were behind us.
And I'll be following you. Exactly. I always like to follow, so I'll be following you, and you were my mentors then. So I mean, whatever you did, I tried to do the same. That bike went with me to Ekropong. It went with me to Takrade. It went with me to Togo.
Yes.
It went with me to Sogakope. We went to Keta. We've been to so many places on that bike. So that
and eventually that bike even went to Nigeria.
No, we didn't go to Nigeria.
Oh, okay.
I had to cancel the Nigeria trip.
Okay.
Because Dante was lurking in the bank. So that trip was cancelled. But it went to so many places with me. That was that bike. And then after that bike came the Honda CB500F.
The CB500F.
And that was a street bike.
Okay. What year model was that?
I'm not too sure.
I think it's a 2014.
It should have been a 2014, if I'm not mistaken. And for me, that bike was Clark. I named it Clark.
Clark, I remember.
That was my introduction into street bikes, like to own a street bike, actually ride street. And I fell so much in love with it. And after riding that bike, I told myself I'll never go back to a sports bike.
Yes. What about the street bikes, I mean, makes you so at home?
You see, the street bikes, I feel that apart from the sitting position,
the upright sitting position.
The upright sitting position, it made you at ease when you were riding. And for me, I think that it gave you enough coverage in terms of looking back, looking around. But the sports bike puts you in a particular position. So in order to have that same coverage, you needed to have good control over your neck, for instance, and all of that. And plus, the sports bike they are fancy. They have very beautiful fairings and all that, but they are not that strong, in my opinion. They are not that strong. I don't know what it is, but I think that I just fell in love with the street bikes.
The street bikes, it is so.
I'm not looking back.
Okay, so after Clark,
after Clark, I had a long break.
Yes.
Because obviously I got married and had children, and then I had to win myself back onto the scene. And then in that fallow period, of course, you'll be looking at bikes and everything. And one bike that caught my attention was the MT-09.
MT-09.
And I kept worrying my husband, I want an MT-09. That should be my push present. And I kept going on and on and on. And he's also a Yamaha ambassador. So the whole thing, reading about Yamaha, the MTs, the bikes, the more I read, the more I fell in love with it. And then one day I was home, and then it was presented to me as my
push present. So, what name have you given to this beauty?
Well, I don't know. I haven't given a name yet, but I have a customized name on it. That's Kokui.
Kokui.
I'm sure you show it to the viewers after that. So. And I'm here to look for a bike. It's a special bike, so I'm still thinking of what name to give to it.
Great.
Some say I should call it Nikokui. I don't know. But we are still thinking about what name to give it.
It is so nice one. So what other bikes are you looking at? If one day you have all the money in the world, you have all the time, all the connections, which other bikes am I going to find in your stable?
Apart from the regular kind of riding, one thing I really want to do is that I want to have a cross-country experience where we tour all over, first probably in Ghana, and then probably tour around a few African states. And I think, I don't know yet, maybe the African twin can be probably ideal for that purpose. But however, I think that after sitting on this, this is my dream bike. If not this, maybe the XSR 700.
The XSR 700.
Yes, just because I sat on one that belonged to Dan, and I totally enjoyed it. And if I had my own way, I would have swapped that for this one. But that's not for him to know.
All right. Okay. So today we've been celebrating with you. Tell us about Ride with Rosie. We've been with you all around today. Tell us about Ride with Rosie.
Okay. Charity in the biking circles is nothing new. We've been involved in so many charities. When we were actively with Bikers GH, we had Hope Orphanage that we did. And, under, let's say GSA, well, I'm not part of GSA, but GSA has been involved in lots of philanthropy. Same with Biker Girls GH, we've also been involved. So charity among the biking circles is actually nothing new. But for me personally, I've always wanted to give especially in the area of education.
I know you do give.
Especially in the area of education, or when it concerns young women and children. So it's been something I've been passionate about. I've been doing it low-key, small, depending on when the need arises. And then somewhere middle of this year, it just hit me strongly that, you know, your birthday is coming. Recently I had an issue with one of my uncles. I couldn't work for like 2 months. And normally when you're hit with such incidents, it makes you reevaluate life. The fact that you shouldn't take anything for granted. Anything can happen anytime. So I just felt like this was the year to do something worthwhile on my birthday, more so because it falls on the day I was born. So to launch it, do something substantial instead of just having friends around, having a few drinks and partying and kebabs and meat and, you know. So let's do something that's going to impact somebody's life. And these are things that you want to do, and the benefits will not be now. In the next 5-6 years, some of these kids are probably going to grow, and I'll see them in good schools, you know, looking to being good people in society, and that's where the reward is going to come from. That satisfaction. So so I sat together, and then I was thinking about it, brainstorming, and incidentally, my husband also calls me one day and says, your birthday this time around, why don't we just, you know, do something for some school? Probably go and give them some books. And I was amazed because I was thinking along the same lines. So within a matter of like 2.5 weeks, we had the poster done, we contacted a few people, got the location that we wanted to go do, and then we just put things together, and then we did it. And I had a lot of help from the biking community. A few old students of mine from Tama Secondary School also supported. A few, that's Uncle Ryde. Uncle Ryde, yes, definitely. And then a few friends of mine from where I work also supported. You know, with the Rydes. So and a few friends, random friends gathered around. So yes, so it's been good.
Which institution did we visit with this charity?
That's Porter's Village.
Porter's Village.
Yes, Porter's Village is in Dodowa.
So what is Porter's Village?
Porter's Village is an orphanage, but they don't like referring to themselves as an orphanage because the orphanage is very negative. What it means is that Winnie Papa, Winnie Mami. So that sort of negative connotation, they want to take it away from it. So it's a village, so like a Porter's Village,
like a children's village,
children's community, where they try and build the children up to become something in future.
What facilities do they have at this particular?
Funny enough, not much. The woman is apparently is a visionary, and she's very well invested first in women, and then she realized that one problem area was kids, because some of the kids were left either without fathers, probably without mothers, nowhere to fend, and they were on the streets. So she decided to kind of like bring these children together and look after them, and the children range from KG all the way to about GSS. But on the property, they have school. They're supposed to have a facility which is supposed to serve as a school from KG to P6, but that is no facility if you ask me. It just looks like a shed. Like a shed. So which means that when it comes to rain, when it comes to extreme sunshine, adverse weather conditions, even wind, one would want to think and imagine what they go through. They have accommodation facilities, but these facilities are not so completed. Like they need tiles for the floors, and then they need to construct schools, a proper school building, school classroom with the needed facilities. But then in the meantime, what we did is that we gave some educational materials to them, exercise books, reading books, the curriculums, story books, learning materials, crayons, pencils, toys, games they could play with. At least these are early development things that they could use in the meantime. And then during the function, I mean, my colleague bikers, they really surprised me. There were a lot of random donations coming in, and then their corn meal is sorted.
Their musical
instruments have been sorted. A lot of things have been sorted. The towels, you know,
some cement
was sorted, and you know, and it's a good thing, and that shows the kind of hearts that bikers have. People think that bikers are, you know, but to be truthful and frank with you, we have big hearts underneath all that gear.
Right. Guys, I was on this charity ride, and it was awesome. The motorcycling community really came out, and it was like a live donation. I mean, people are giving out what they brought. It was awesome. I just want to say thank you to all the bikers who supported in Ride with Rosie.
Maybe I should give a few names.
The
corporate names.
Yes. The corporate names.
Fiona Foods, as usual,
Fiona
was
Foods
there
was
to
there.
support.
The food was excellent. The hot dogs.
Yes, the hot dogs. Now the question is, where does she get it from? We need to find that out.
Yeah.
And then there was Blue Knights.
Yes.
They provided most of the books. Some of it was I would see hot. Yes.
Yeah.
So there's Blue Knights, and then there's also the Biker Girls, of course. That's where I immediately come from.
Yeah.
They also supported. And then we have Gracefield Ventures. Gracefield Ventures. Yes, they supported a big deal. And then we have Saka Homes. Saka Homes also supported, and we have Digital Solutions. They supported, and there's Intercity Transport.
Okay.
That also supported in this drive.
Okay.
So apart from that, we have very numerous individuals who supported. But last but not the least, the biggest supporter of all, GSA, which is ably headed by Daniel Ronaldo Ashirifi. So he is the biggest support with GSA.
Nice.
Basically, every biker is by default part of GSA, if you know what I mean. So I mean, that's the biggest biking fraternity, and they rendered us the biggest support.
Great.
So thank you to all of them.
Right. It's been awesome having you on the show. What next for
riding?
Yes.
Let's just keep riding.
Let's keep riding.
But maybe what I'll probably want to do is to advocate for safe riding. And safe riding includes making sure that you are safe, and I'm talking about wearing appropriate gear. And the slogan is all the gear, all the time. The helmet, your jacket, your gloves, your knee guards, your boots. And a lot of people underestimate the knee guards, but they are very important. You need to wear your knee guards. So
in fact, everything is important. I always say you have your hard drive.
Exactly. And then aside that, safe riding practices. So we need to obey traffic regulations. We need to stop at traffic lights. We need to respect other road users, i.e. other cars, other pedestrians. And then we also have a humble plea that in as much as we're also doing our part to use the road wisely, we also expect other road users, i.e. the cars, other pedestrians, other motorcyclists, other cyclists, to also watch out for us, look out for us. Because like you can see, under that helmet could be anybody. Could be your mom, could be your dad, we had doctors on board, there were engineers,
with us,
you know, and these are people in society that the society needs.
Contribute positively.
It could be anybody. Our only crime is that we have a passion for riding. So
it is not a crime.
I mean, quote unquote. You know, so look out for us, watch out for us. When you hear the bike sounds, when you hear the horn, don't squeeze us. Just give us a little room to pass.
I always say that we have to be considerate in the way we use the road. The road is not for my father. It is not for my mother. You too, it no be for your father, it no be for your mother.
We all the share.
So if we allow, just squeeze a little bit, let me go through, you know, then we are all safe.
Definitely.
Charlie, it's been great.
It's been
having you on Ryde channel. And I believe that we are going to follow you wherever you go. We are going to be there.
Okay.
And we'll make sure everybody gets to see what is going on in the life of Rosie.
SalsaRozie's.
Biker Rosie. Rosie Planner. Charlie,
it's been great talking to you.
All the best.
All right.
And catch you. Guys, it's been Rosina on the Ryde channel. Just don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. There's a whole lot of content coming to you. We've been on break for a few weeks, but don't worry, it's because we are planning to get bigger things for you.